Hi guys, welcome to another video with Stuff with Co-op. I sometimes have to say that really slow to make sure that I can pronounce each and every word that has just come out of my mouth, because let's not lie, it's a bit of a tongue twister if you say it so fast. But welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I really hope that you consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. If you haven't already subscribed, I really do hope that you join us on this journey. So we're going to get stuck into it, guys. This is paycheck number 3 of June. So let's set up and get ready to go. I've got my Earl Grey tea with me this evening, keeping me warm, and I just love the taste of it. So nice and refreshing. I'm going to move Rainy over a little bit. Just make a bit of way, guys. Make a bit of space. Make a bit of space. I feel like every time I do that, it's like they're all watching the camera and the center focus. So it's almost like something from Toy Story where I'm getting everyone to just like make room for the new toy that is about to come out and play with us. Hope everyone is going well. It has been a very long week this week, actually. I mean, we had the public holiday the past Monday, and it's just felt like it's gone by really slow. And it's so funny, short weeks always feel like they go by slower than your standard Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday always feels like it goes by so much quicker. I don't know if that's just me or if anyone else feels like that, but I definitely feel that we take it on a bit slower. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to empty out the change and we're going to pop it into our piggy bank. So my silvers all go into my little penguin piggy bank. And as I've mentioned before, if you're new, then just so you know, Australian currency, anything under $5, so your 2s, 1s, and silvers, like your 50, 20, 10 cents, 5 cents, they're all in coins. And my gold coins, my $2 and my $1, will go straight into my coin jar or coin tin. So we'll save that up. So I've got nothing left in Shanks, which is my wallet, Shanks, and we will load up the cash, do a quick count, load up the cash, and we'll get into our stuffing. Hope everyone's had an awesome week so far, and I hope you've all done something fantastic over the weekend as well. We weren't able to get away, unfortunately, in lockdown, but, you know, we still had great adventures and time together, so it was good. So this week we're stuffing $500. Now, we do a budget based on $800. However, $300 was kept in my bank because I have some transfers going out, and I've got that final car payment that I've mentioned to you about in my previous video going out the next week, next Thursday. So I'm very excited, and then that car is paid in full. So we've got here 500 cash, so let's count that out. So that's one in 100s, and we'll set it out here as well. Excuse me, Pinky. 1 in 100s, and we've got 150 in 50, so 550, 100, 150. 20s, we've got 140, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Guys, it's winter in Melbourne, Australia at the moment. Where are you? What season are you experiencing right now? Drop it in the comments below. It's winter over here, so we're all rugged up and obviously got our tea to keep us warm, and just trying to stay out of trouble, out of the weather, so that we don't lower our immune systems anymore. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So this week we've got 18 10s. But yeah, drop a comment down below. What season are you experiencing and what's the highlight of your season so far? 5s, we've got 30 in 5s. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so let's get into our cash stuffing. First up is Shanks, my wallet. So I had someone mention to me, it was really fascinating that I'm on this cash budgeting journey, which, guys, I'm absolutely loving this, okay? Because like I've mentioned in my previous videos, I feel like cash budgeting and the cash envelope system is literally budgeting meets stationery, because I get to deck out the binders, I get to create a Lego money tray. I mean, hello. I'm not big on Lego, but my nephew is, and I was sick of stepping on them around the house. So shout out to my nephew for letting me borrow without realizing his budget. Sorry, my budget. He's Legos, so I can make a Lego tray. But I've just been having so much fun on this journey, and it's crazy as well because you just really don't pay attention to the detail when you're having that much fun or when you're enjoying it so much. So it's been showing me where my money's been going. I've been having a bit more control, but also been seeing more realistically when I have the money in my hand, do I want to be spending it on X, Y, and Z versus, I could hold off on that for the moment and I can buy that later, or, do I really need to buy that extra bar of chocolate or something? So I'm loving this journey so far. It has literally been 3 weeks. This is the 3rd week, but as I've mentioned to you previously, that I've kind of started without the recording side of it. I kind of started a week before the original video just so I can get the hang of it and start putting budgets aside and just start transitioning into the system. But I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. And I've also shown this system to my sister, who within a week has seen such progress. And everyone's journey is different. So don't think for a minute there that, why aren't I making as much progress as them? Why aren't I saving as much as other people that I've seen? Everyone starts somewhere, and everyone's journey is entirely dependent on their experiences, what they're going through, what they pay for, what they don't pay for. So everyone's different, right? But for my journey, I'm just so grateful and so happy with the progress that I've made. And I'm so proud of my sister for her progress as well. She's been able to save $100 within a week. And that's just, reassessing her budget, having a look at everything and just writing down every expense to see whether it serves her or not, and just making that conscious decision now that it's written down on paper, now that you're physically handing over money for your goods. It's kind of like, oh, maybe I don't need that, or maybe I don't need that as much as I thought I do, so therefore I can reduce the amount. I'll still have it in my life. I'm not trying to cut it out altogether, but I'm reducing the quantity of it. So that has been an absolute game changer and absolutely amazing. So, and like I mentioned as well, someone asked or mentioned that they were fascinated at the fact that I'm going back to using money. And for this reason, I'm so excited to be using money. And for this reason of giving my currency a second opportunity or another opportunity to just really make it work this time, I guess, make it so that I can work towards a budget and I can work with the money that I physically have versus the unconscious decision of just using my card and paying for everything. Because I don't feel it when I pay for it by card, but when I see it in cash and it's that old school style of here's the cash, here's the goods, you feel it more and you definitely see it. So I hope that if that person is watching, that sort of explains the journey that I'm on, and I'm having a great time with it. Don't get me wrong at all. Like I'm totally enjoying this journey. So first up, let me get into stuffing before I yabba dabba do on any more. Petrol. So we've got $20 from petrol from last week, and we're adding in another 20, so that's 40 this week for petrol. And don't forget to comment below, guys. What season are you experiencing right now? And what's the highlight of your season so far? If there are any, I'd love to hear it. Love to hear from you guys. And for everyone that's commented so far, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Like, it's amazing to have you guys here, and I just can't wait to show you more of what's been going on. So this week, we're getting 30. I'm gonna get 2 10s. So 10, 20, 25, 30. Eat Out. Okay, so this week, Eat Out has a rollover of $10. You absolute scandal. I know, right? I'm excited too. So $10, I'm actually going to leave that there for 2 seconds and I'll show you what we'll do with that. So this week we're putting in 40 for Eat Out. Guys, tomorrow I am going with my partner to South Melbourne Market and I absolutely cannot wait. I went for the first time in my life, and I've been in Melbourne all my life. I went for the first time a few weeks ago and I just had an absolute ball. So I'm looking forward to taking my partner there. It was his birthday the Tuesday that had just passed. So I'm taking him there. We're going to spend the day there. We're just going to have a look at the markets, enjoy the food, the fresh seafood. Oh my goodness. Cannot wait for that. Salivating just talking about it. Apparently they sell oysters there, and I'm not big on oysters, but just the excitement of having like fresh seafood, because I love prawns and all the other things that they'll have there, like sashimi or salmon. So I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait. And I guess you could say that being in Melbourne, we're quite spoilt for the level and the quality of coffee we have. So looking forward to going to Padres tomorrow so that he can experience that as well. Now the $10 that I had that was left over from my eat out, I'm going to put it in Overflow. So if you see my previous videos, Overflow is that envelope in my wallet that will just hold cash that was from the week before. So rollover cash won't stay, except for petrol, because I'll always need money for petrol. Aside from petrol, all the other rollover cash from the other envelopes will go into Overflow, just because in some ways, if I do need to use it, then I'll go into Overflow. But at the same time, I kind of want to just see that, all right, I've got $40 there. I don't want to reach $40, but I also don't want the $10 in there to make it as the new maximum that I have either, if that makes sense. So in some ways, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. So I'll save that for later. But if I do need it, it is there. So that is it for Shanks. Thank you kindly, Shanks. So Shanks is from One Piece, if you haven't seen the show, and my mug is also from the show One Piece. I love it. But at the same time, I haven't been up to date with it because there's so many episodes. So many. Oh, and just as a heads up as well, I have mentioned it in my previous video, but if you're new, again, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. But just a quick mention that the money for the sorry jar is not going to get topped up this week. It'll get topped up next week. I think my running balance for the sorry jar is $12, so I'll add that in there next week. On to Nezuko. Get our Nezuko. All right, so bring that forward. Okay, so Nezuko. In Nezuko, we've got Mama. Now, unfortunately, Mama is not getting stuff this pay. And we did take the money out last week. So this week, we're not stuffing Mama. Hopefully soon, Mama. Hang in there. Personal care still has its $10 in there, and we'll still leave it as is. We're not stuffing that. And I actually forgot that that was even in there. Okay, Bubby, my little Bubby boy, is getting $10, and I will update the trackers later on because then it gives me a chance to just go through everything, double check that I've counted, and also added in the figures right. Doesn't hurt. I mean, I love doing this with you guys. I have an absolute ball doing this, but there are times where I do doubt myself and doubt my counting. So when I go through it later, it's always good to just double check and write down the numbers. Okay, so incentives getting 10, so that brings us to 20, 40, 50, 60. Rainy day savings. Rainy day is getting 25, so 20 and a 5. All right, so that is not where the 20s are. Okay, look at you. Beefing up already. I love it. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 20, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145, 150. My gosh. Guys, this is literally 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And we're already on, what did I say? 130, didn't I? Somewhere or other. 125. There you go. 150. 150? 150. 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 150. Don't stress, guys. It's a cash stuffing video. So we count cash and we stuff it here as well. So don't stress about counting it twice. We do that just to be safe. Otherwise, we add in extra figures or reduce figures. But that has literally been 3 weeks. So $150 in 3 weeks. I am loving that, and I'm so grateful for it as well. Our 3K challenge is not getting stuffed this week, but let's have a sneak peek at where she stands. So I've got 50, 100, 120, 140. Very nice. And this is the thing too, guys, like, I've had a few people mention as well that they're looking forward to starting their journey with cash stuffing or just budgeting in general. There's never the right time. So start where you are with what you have. Even like I said, the envelope that I had rainy day, that was literally 150 over 3 weeks. And that's just me putting money in slowly bit by bit with whatever I had, and the week before as well, just putting in a bit with what I had. So just start where you are. Don't overexert yourself. Don't go above and beyond if that's not within your means. Just do what you can where you can, and then let it progressively build up. So deposit, I've got 100, so 50, 100. I am a bit chatty tonight. I'm not sure if that's the tea or if I'm just excited. I think I've just been looking forward to talk to you guys on here for the past week. So whatever it is, I'm taking it. I'm loving it. So my Friday night, I'm here with you. You as in the viewers and my binders. So Nezuko's done. So we are on to Nico Robin. But yeah, start where you are. Like, don't be afraid. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? So give it a crack. Start where you are and just enjoy it along the way. There's no perfect time. There's just only starting and seeing how it all goes for you. If it works, that's great. And if it doesn't, then there's so many other budgeting styles and videos out there. So definitely use YouTube to the best of its resources to find what works for you. And for me, this is definitely working 100%. I can't go on more about it because it's just so much fun. So in rent, we've got another 120. And as you guys already know, the balance of $3 that comes with every 120, I just leave it in the bank account. So this week we've got 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 360. 360 in rent. Optus this week is getting a 20. So this week we've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 115. Gas, as in utility, because I already have petrol and shanks, is getting 25. All right, so we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. And it's crazy, right? Because you do little things here and there, all the habits and the small steps that you take, all of it eventually adds up to this massive impact. So never think for a second that that dollar or that silver that you've got, that change, is not going to amount to anything. I mean, in numbers, it eventually will, right? It's just that small habit over time. So credit card, we'll be paying in 50, 100, 150. And sometimes in life, it's not just about budgeting, but I think sometimes in life we write off little things, which in some ways is not a bad thing, but, you know, there's times where you gotta account for the little things too, like it all adds up. All right, so for personal loan, we are adding in 100. So we've got 250, 300. I told you I'm overexcited. I'm really pumped. I think it's the tea. I'm starting to think it's the tea, guys. And a little bit of me as well. But I'm starting to think it's the tea. I'm just like excited to be jumping into it. And I'm just getting ahead of it. See? Look at it. Look at me go. All right. So Crunchyroll and Spotify is not getting anything this pay. Charity is not getting an amount this pay, but we did send the $60 that was in here to my brother in Vietnam. So I'll update you guys with that once I get an update from him. He has received it, so they've already started to make plans for buying the 50 kilo bag of rice and the sauces to hand out to locals. So that's amazing. In gifts, we'll just do a count. We're not adding into it, but we'll do a count today. So we've got 10, 15. And if you're new on the channel here and you're wondering about my nails, because when you do this, you realize there's a huge emphasis on nails. I'm just at a point that I'm letting it grow out now. This has literally been, I think, about 5 weeks. 5 weeks, and it's literally grown that much. I'm so grateful. Your body is amazing, guys. Don't ever doubt it for a second. All right, investment is not getting stuffed, but it has the $10 in there. So nothing for investment this week, but that's okay. Health is not getting stuffed, but we can do a little quick see what's in there. 5, 10, literally 5, 10, 15. All right, Holiday not getting stuffed this pay, but we got a 20 in there. Start somewhere, guys. Start somewhere, and the progress will be mind-blowing. Like, look where this will be in a few months' time. I can't wait. So Christmas is not getting stuffed, but we've got 5 and 20, so 25 in this one today. All right, guys. Apologies for that. I had to break for a moment because my phone is running low on storage, but we'll be wrapping it up soon. So that is the end, or the finish up for Nico Robin. So that is done. All right, guys, and with what we've got left, we have only 2 more envelopes to stuff. 2 more envelopes to stuff. So we've got WWF, which is our World Wildlife Fund. That's getting a 5. So we've got 5, 10, 15. Now this gets debited out of my account every month. So I like to have that money in there waiting and ready to go. And our last envelope to stuff today is car maintenance, which we've got. Looks like it was out of place for a minute there. 10, 20, 30, and a 5. Alright, so we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 100, 105, 110, 115. So 115 in car maintenance. Hi guys, welcome back for like the 3rd time. So as you can see, we still have our 10 left over, which I had a look and it looks like I have underestimated our envelopes and that I have a 10 left over, which is not a bad thing. Everything that we need to stuff has been stuffed and we are a 10 in surplus. So I'm happy with that. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put that towards, I think I'll put it towards my overflow and just keep it there as another potential buffer, just in case I need to use it for this weekend. I don't think I will, but I'll leave it there just in case as a fallback. And if in the end I don't need it, then I might move it over to one of my savings accounts. But yeah, I'm going to stick a sticky note on this bad boy, and if it doesn't have a cash envelope that owns it, then it's going to go into my savings. So I'm happy with that. I'm not in a negative, or I don't feel like I'm owing any envelopes at the moment, so I'm happy to have it there as a positive. But guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a great weekend ahead, and as I've mentioned, drop in the comments below where you are with what weather you're facing right now. Like I mentioned, we are in winter, so I'm just rugged up, and even with tomorrow I'm going to be rugged up from head to toe just to keep warm as we head to South Melbourne Market and just explore the area. But I can't wait, it's going to be amazing. But if you like the cash stuffing video, and if you like hearing and talking about anime and movies, because I love anime and I love movies in general, feel free to subscribe, join the journey with me, or start your own, and you know, we can go about this together. So until then, have a great week and I'll see you next time. Bye.